for former Pope Benedict XVI will be very similar to a funeral that would be held for a pope who died while reigning in office. There had been some speculation before that the funeral would have to be vastly different because he was no longer pope when he died. But the Vatican has decided that the funeral service will be nearly identical. The prayers will be slightly different, but for the rest of it, it'll be pretty much similar as if he had died while on the throne of St. Peter. At about 8:45, the casket holding the remains of Pope Benedict will be taken out of the Basilica and placed in front of the Basilica. Pope Francis, who will preside at the ceremony, at first will sit in front of the casket facing the crowd, and he will bless it and will say a few words. Afterwards, because he is suffering from a bad knee, he will move over to the side and sit on the left. Then he will read the homily from there. After the funeral mass, which is expected to be attended by maybe 75,000 people, the casket will be brought back into St. Peter's Basilica, and it will be taken down into the crypts where previous popes are buried. That casket, which will be made of cypress wood, will then be put into another casket, which is made of zinc. It will be sealed, and that one will then be put into another casket made of wood. So there will be 3 coffins. After that, the casket will be buried in the crypts below St. Peter's Basilica. Pope Benedict, before he died, asked that he be buried in the same spot where Pope John Paul II was first buried in 2005, which is the year that he died. That spot is vacant now because in 2011, the body of Pope John Paul II was brought up to the main level of the Basilica, where it is now on display in a chapel to the left of the chapel that holds the Pietà.